Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Okay, we're starting off with this picture from Sharon on Twitter. She didn't give me permission to give her full name, so I'm simply going to say Sharon. And for those of you who may not recognize what this is, a picture of her grandmother's Queen Elizabeth II Coronation teapot with June 1953 on it. Isn't that just amazing? I love that. This is going to be a shorter video, but you guys do not want to miss at the end. You're not going to believe what I'm going to show you at the end of this video, so stick tight. Here we go. All right, you guys. So we know that Charles and Camilla, the coronation is coming up fast. And Charles has really been involved in the planning. And so with everything fully underway, the two of them decided to take a break, and they took a break and went to Balmoral in Scotland because we saw the pictures of them going to church. I think it's a wonderful thing that they're able to kind of rest, relax, decompress, because let's face it, there's a lot going on, right? We know what's happening here. The night before the coronation, the two of them are going to host a reception. Then you have the coronation, then you have the coronation lunch. There's so much to plan, and Charles and Camilla have literally got their hand on the button of everything, making sure that everything goes smoothly, whereas the Queen didn't. But I like that. Now, I saw this and went, wow, apparently the Pope gave King Charles part of the cross Jesus was supposedly crucified on, and that cross is going to lead the procession to Westminster Abbey. That's pretty cool. It's being incorporated into the Cross of Wales. Now, the piece that he was given is literally 1 centimeter in size. And the cross that will lead the procession was crafted from recycled silver bullion in 1920, and there are words from the last sermon of David inscribed on the back in Welsh. Pretty cool. Next up, the King's new cipher is, you can see it, it's been added to the ceremonial uniforms of the military musicians, which will be worn during the coronation and during the concert. I like that. It's kind of sad to see the Queen stuff go away, but I like the fact that, the King stuff is going on. All right, moving on. We're going to Princess Eugenie, who visited the Solent Seascape project. And while she was there, she was wearing a dress that cost £79. She is the ambassador of the Blue Marine Foundation, and she went to visit them as patron. A lot of people were very happy to see Eugenie out working for the royal family and doing something positive for the environment, doing work for the environment. There you go. All right, moving on. Next up, Sarah, the Duchess of York, went to a London book fair. She was talking about how important kindness is. She was pushing her new books and pushing her new, well, maybe not new, but did you guys know she had a charitable organization called the Sarah's Trust? Because I didn't. I had absolutely no idea that she has her own trust. I just find that a little, You guys know where I'm going with that, right? I don't know. There's something about that that's not sitting well with me. But then I got to be honest. I don't know how long the trust has been going for. But, basically she was there talking about kindness and pushing her books. All right, moving on. All right, next up, do you guys remember when Charles said he wasn't going to make like the Duke of Gloucester and the Duke of Kent, all these people in their 80s and 90s get down on their knees to pay homage to him? Well, according to the program, Prince William and Archbishop Justin Welby will be among those who do get down and swear that. I think that it's very nice that Charles isn't making the older people do that for the simple, logistics of that. You guys get where I'm going. All right, moving on. Next up, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, went to a place called Sight for Surrey, which is a charity that supports sight and hearing loss patients in Surrey. Apparently, there's over 8,000 people there. Sophie spoke to a group of blind and visually impaired children and revealed she has a tortoise. Well, I didn't know that one. Now, while she was still in Surrey, as patron of the National Autistic Society, she went to visit the Cullum Center at the Salesian School. I hope I said that correctly. So Sophie was taken on a tour around the center, and she learned more about how the organization supports young people in the local community who have autism. You guys know I can get right behind that. She looked at their cooking, baking, drawing lessons. She watched one person decorate a batch of cupcakes while another put the final touch to a painting of a cow that they had done at the center. And of course, Sophie put out a very heartwarming statement. She's just wonderful. I love her. Moving on to Harry. Since he finally confirmed that he is going to attend the King's coronation, he gave a pre-recorded video address to the Invictus Games event in Berlin on Tuesday. Now, this was done to help mark the countdown. You know, in Dusseldorf is where they're going to hold the next Invictus Games. I got to be honest, he showed up on the screen. From the pictures that I've seen, I'm sorry, I just didn't think that he looked that great to me. As a matter of fact, he looked very stoned. That's my personal opinion. He looked stoned. He didn't look good. And he said, "I'm delighted to announce that the games are heading to Dusseldorf, blah, blah, blah." We all know they were in Germany earlier in the year. They didn't quite get the reception they were hoping for there. Now, he started the whole thing off by trying to talk German. You guys know that I've got some German going. I have to tell you, he doesn't speak German well at all. He probably should have practiced. So he started off by saying, "Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren." But he didn't say it near that good. I'm just telling you. Now, of course, in his speech, he thanked the Prime Minister for the state of North Rhine. He thanked members of the German Parliament. He thanked Team Germany for their support. I mean, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Moving on, Prince Harry has apparently told the king that he will not stay in Britain after the coronation for the concert at Windsor Castle the next day. For whatever reason, he finds that he must fly home immediately for Archie's 4th birthday celebration. What I don't get is on Archie's 3rd birthday celebration, he was out all day playing polo. He didn't seem to mind that, but for some reason this year, it's super important. Very odd. Moving on. All right, really quickly, I just wanted to touch on what Lulu LA put up on Twitter. Basically, they were talking about the French investigative team and what they uncovered. And apparently, Lady C was pointing out that a check for $125,000 was paid to a media company, which reportedly was what's included in Samantha Markle's defamation case against Meghan. This media company, according to Lady C, is accused of harassing Samantha Markle and trying to destroy her reputation. Interesting. So they're saying that donations for charity, they're wondering how this lines up basically with Archewell's mantra of compassion and action, considering that Samantha is disabled and wheelchair bound. I completely agree. All right, next up, a lot of you were upset saying that Shrek was, I insulted Shrek yesterday, but this person wrote, "I can see Shrek, but I've always seen Mr. Potato Head." That you're not the only person to tell me that. Well, one of my subscribers sent me this picture. Yes, I can see that. There's all sorts of stuff going on Twitter. Kitty Pirate of Canada has a Chris Boozy bingo card, and Dreaming of Disaster is undoubtable, has this news report. Like all heck is breaking loose on Twitter. So for those of you who said that I insulted Shrek yesterday with my comparison, I apologize. All right, let's move on to the last thing I want to show you. So Megan's Mole put up this tweet, if I was going to the coronation, this is the dress I would wear, this is what I would eat and drink, and this is the tiara that I would wear. That is a beautiful tiara. So anyway, I get a notification that I have a box waiting for me. I go get the box, I open the box, this is what's inside. So one of my subscribers sends me this box. I open it up, and the first thing I find is, I believe it's a kitchen towel, but I didn't recognize the name on it. So I called one friend of mine who lives out of state, or out of the country actually, and another friend who's from the UK. She's the one that I had the high tea with, and she goes, "Where did you get that?" And I said, "It was sent to me by a subscriber." And she goes, "Oh my goodness, Fortnum and Mason. They are so expensive. They're like such a posh shop." I was like, "What? I've never heard of them." She goes, oh my God, what else is in the box?" You guys are not going to believe this. So the next thing I pull out is 2 of these scrolls. Aren't they gorgeous with the twine and the flowers? There were 2 of them, and I thought, why are there 2 of them? And then I opened them up. Oh my goodness. You guys, there were 2 separate invitations to this person's coronation party. One with the Sue Smith name and one with my real name. It even had the seal at the bottom. Like, seriously. Then I open up the next little box, and there is a duplicate of the Queen's brooch. You guys know I'm going to be wearing this on Coronation Day, right? You know this. Absolutely. So then I go to what's left. It's a big box with beautiful flowers on the outside. You open it up. There's even more gorgeous flowers. Like this box. I won't be throwing this box out. Let me just tell you. You go through the tissue paper, and the first thing I come across are I think they're called opera gloves. These beautiful opera gloves. And guess what was next, you guys? That's right. A tiara. I got my own freaking tiara. Oh my God. I put it right on. Started taking pictures. Started sending pictures to my friends. Look at me. I'm a princess. So let me just tell you, I want to thank this person. She asked me not to use her name. I'm not going to use her name. I would write her a thank you note, but the package was mailed from a post office, so I can't do that either. So all I can do is say, oh my God, thank you. And I will be wearing the brooch, the tiara, and the opera gloves at the coronation party. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend who's throwing the party said if this had come sooner, she would have canceled her party, got on a plane with me, and we would have shown up at your house. So, okay, you guys, leave those comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget to go up into my description box. You'll find the links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.